Coach Rebecca here, and today I'm answering Joe's question, how to say no without feeling like a shitty person. That's got to be the best question I've ever heard. And we're going to do this in 3 minutes or less. So the reason that we are so deathly afraid of saying no is because if we say no, we are at risk. We are under threat, and we are worried that this person that we're saying no to won't love us, admire us, respect us, trust us anymore. And whether this is your best friend or some faceless like robot on social media, we still care. We're creatures of connection. So when it comes to saying no, it takes a lot of intention and asking yourself, why are you saying no? Before I dive into this, like a moment on boundaries, if you will, right? If you're saying no just to spite someone or to make a show of like drawing a line, it will not work and you will end up in a worse position. You have to have a level of vulnerability to successfully set a boundary and say no, because people are persuasive and you'll have to remind them more than once that you have set this boundary. And you also have to take on responsibility to not put them in a position where they have to prove themselves. So with that said, if you're saying no so that you can, for example, have more time for yourself, or because you can't afford something, it's coming up to Christmas right now, it's a big one, right? Or if it's so that the people in your life are less stressed, if your no has a purpose and it's for you, then your no is a way of communicating to yourself that you are important and that you matter. And like, calling all my people pleasers and all my mamas out there that don't think you're important because you put everyone above yourselves, like, admirable, love you, appreciate that my mom did it for me, but at the same time, like, you have to know that you're important in this, because these are the skills that we're teaching everyone around us too. So it not only takes intention, it also takes knowing why you're saying no in the first place, and then you have to be persistent with it. So two really key takeaways for the result of saying no is, one, if people stop caring about you because you said no, give you silent treatment, are particularly difficult, then they have not met themselves at a deep enough level yet. That's okay. That's like, let it go. Elsa from Frozen, like, put the song on, and I know it's hard, lean into it. And two, know that it's going to be awkward. It's going to make you want to cry and vomit at the same time. You're going to say no and it's going to come out like a squeak. You're like, no, the first time. And that's okay, because this is a skill. Like, no is a beautiful word, but it's also a skill that you're building. Saying no is not easy. So it's building on the skill in very little ways. You can literally say, no, I don't want that for dinner. But it's very simple little ways that you can build on the skill. And with guilt, the number one nugget is that you are never bad for saying no. And we did that in 3 minutes and 18, but I'm going to leave it there because I could genuinely talk about this all day. Like, you're just not bad for saying no. We think we're bad. That's the crux of so many of the women I've worked with. We think we're bad because we've said no, or because we've wanted something for ourselves, or because you've taken time for yourself. Like, you're not bad. So I also recommend listening to How to Forgive Yourself or Past Mistakes and Let Go to combat that guilty feeling. I'll link it in the show notes. It's in the little 3-minute video that I've done, and I hope that it helps you, because the crux of this question really is how to say no in the first place, so that then you can let go of guilt. So if you have any questions, like, drop them in the comments. If it's on setting boundaries, guilt, like, go wild. I'd love to answer your question in 3 minutes or less too. And if this was useful for you, then please like and subscribe. It helps so much. And if you're ready to meet yourself at that deeper level and get that deeper level of support and saying no and building confidence, there is a 2-step application. I will link it in the show notes. And literally, one is multiple choice and the other is like, it's so simple. It's so simple. So If you want to jump into a 45-minute call with me, I would love it. You would love it. Your life's going to change. It's going to be wonderful. Then click that link. In the meantime, I'll be over here believing in you, and I'll see you in the next video.